I'm Sonia Gill, founder and director of Heads Up, and I help school leaders make those difficult conversations more successful and less stressful. One of the really important parts of making a difficult conversation successful is managing your body language. And that means mirroring, essentially copying what the other person is doing. That's all well and good if they come in and sit nicely. But the fact is, in a difficult conversation, people don't always do that, and they can come in and sit in a negative, a dominant, a nervous position. And it can be hard to know how to match that, how to mirror it, without actually creating a lot more tension in your conversation. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can manage those negative body languages to really support the message you're giving, as opposed to making it worse. Let's take a look at 5 negative body language examples. Hi Sophie. Sophie's body language is very defensive. So how do I sit if I'm mirroring? Well, I don't want to sit exactly like Sophie because we look like we're about to have an argument, but I can sit in a softer, more positive version of how Sophie's sitting. Perhaps a little bit more back, a little bit less tense, and my arms more relaxed. Sophie might also sit in another defensive position. Again, I can mirror this, but just more gently, not as uptight. We're going to echo how she's sitting. Sophie might also sit very laid back. And again, I can just have a similar position to Sophie. Maybe my arms not even folded over each other, maybe they are. A positive version of how Sophie's sitting. If Sophie was nervous or worried, she might go into the fetal position. Very small, very anxious, very uptight. I don't want to be small, anxious and uptight, but I do want to show empathy through my body language. So a slightly more upright version than Sophie, slightly more alert, but not tense. She might come in and be really dominating with me. So again, I don't want to be as dominating, but I can have a positive version of how she's sitting. Not quite as splayed, not quite as putting it out there, but just a more positive, welcoming stance that mirrors how Sophie is sitting. So how do you deal with negative body language when someone comes and has a difficult conversation? Echo how they sit like they do, but a more positive version. I hope that's useful to you.